On the evening of September 2nd, 1998, a beautiful McDonnell Douglas MD-11 jet took off from New York's JFK Airport, heading towards Geneva, Switzerland. It was Swissair Flight 111, a flight that many passengers called the UN shuttle because diplomats, scientists, and business leaders often traveled on it. But that night, this flight would never reach its destination. There were 229 people on board, families, professionals, even UN officials, all settling in for what should have been a routine 7-hour journey. The takeoff was smooth, and the plane climbed into the night skies over the Atlantic, heading northeast towards Canada. But just about 50 minutes after takeoff, the pilots noticed a strange smell in the cockpit. At first, they thought it was minor, maybe just air conditioning or an electrical glitch. But within minutes, smoke began to appear. It wasn't just a smell anymore, it was a fire, hidden somewhere deep in the aircraft's wiring. At 10:14 p.m., the captain sent out a distress call. Swissair 111 declaring pan, pan, pan. This was not yet a mayday, but it was serious. The pilots requested an immediate diversion to Halifax, Nova Scotia, the nearest major airport in Canada. Air traffic controllers quickly cleared the skies and prepared for an emergency landing. Inside the cabin, passengers could sense that something was wrong, but few realized how bad it truly was. The smoke thickened. The fire spread rapidly through the hidden insulation material above the cockpit. The pilots were fighting desperately, but their instruments began to fail one by one. The lights flickered, the controls became sluggish, and communication broke down. At 10:31 p.m., the captain finally called, "Mayday, mayday, mayday!" But by then, it was too late. Just 6 minutes later, Swissair Flight 111 disappeared from radar. At 10:31 p.m., the plane plunged into the Atlantic Ocean, just 5 miles off the coast of Nova Scotia. The impact was catastrophic. All 229 souls on board were lost. The crash shocked Canada and the entire world. For years, investigators worked tirelessly to understand what happened. The cause was eventually traced to faulty wiring that ignited flammable insulation material, turning the plane into a death trap. The tragedy forced major changes in aviation safety, including stricter rules about aircraft wiring and fire-resistant materials. Swissair Flight 111 will forever be remembered as one of the most tragic accidents in Canadian history. But the lessons learned from that night continue to protect millions of passengers flying today. It's a reminder that behind every safety measure in aviation, there is often a story written in sacrifice.